Hello everyone, Reds from Chow here and welcome back to another episode of ICYMI. In today's episode, we'll talk about the COVID-19 vaccination program for kids in Malaysia. We'll also talk about whether driving schools will be suspended over students' involvement in road accidents in Malaysia. Alright, so without further ado, let's just jump into it. AirAsia X is finally taking off again following the approval of its debt restructuring plan. Their first post-pandemic passenger service is between KL and Sydney and will begin on the 14th of February 2022. Here's what you should know about this comeback. For a start, AirAsia X will only operate with a low frequency of just one return flight per week. The airline just has one D7228 flight from KL to Sydney, which leaves at 7:25 p.m. on Mondays. The returning flight, D7229, will depart from Sydney to KL at 8:30 a.m. on Tuesdays. This is the schedule so far from 14th of February to 22nd of March 2022, and the airline will reveal its schedule for the autumn-winter season on mid-February. If you're planning to travel to Sydney, here are the prices you can expect. At the moment, AirAsia is offering one-way tickets from KL to Sydney from 1399 ringgit for economy or from 3999 for its premium flatbed. Meanwhile, flights from Sydney to KL start at about 1180 ringgit for economy and about 3844 ringgit for premium flatbed. I think a lot of Malaysians need to hear this, because there's not a lot of education and information going around about this topic, but SmartTAG does not work on RFID lanes. RFID is now accepted at toll highways on the west coast of peninsular Malaysia, which is the first step towards multi-lane free-flow implementation. Although the RFID rollout on the Plus Highway isn't as smooth as expected, some of these issues are caused by non-RFID users. On the North-South Expressway, Plus is offering at least one dedicated RFID lane for each toll plaza. This means that if one vehicle is stuck, it's going to create a long line because there's no backup lane to switch to. After the mass RFID rollout on the 15th, there were reports of SmartTAG users using the RFID lane by mistake. Some of these users were even caught on dashcam in full HD, so let's take a look. This video by Kevin Bowie was recorded on the 1st of February at 5:50 p.m. on the Damansara toll plaza from Petaling Jaya towards NSE. The SmartTAG user who's driving a Honda City can be seen holding a SmartTAG device for about 5 seconds before entering the RFID lane. With the recent changes, all drivers should stay alert when approaching the toll plazas and look out for signs above the lanes. RFID users should look out for a white sign and the SmartTAG users should look out for a yellow sign. So what exactly is Plus doing about this? They say they're reinstating 43 SmartTAG lanes, adding visual RFID detection zones within the RFID lane, and introducing quicker double-arm lane barriers to clear traffic quickly. To avoid any issues with a hybrid RFID and SmartTAG lane, you're advised to store your RFID device when not in use. It's also advised to enable auto-reload with your saved credit card or debit card for greater convenience. Malaysia has officially started PICKids, or PICKids. I'm going to say PICKids. It's Malaysia's COVID-19 vaccination program for kids below 12. According to Health Minister Ka Siong, PICKids is the last piece of the puzzle to the national immunization program, which has already fully vaccinated 88.6% of teens and 97.9% of adults throughout the country. The health minister iterated that the COVID-19 vaccination program for younger kids is conducted on a voluntary basis and no restrictions will be imposed on unvaccinated children. At the moment, 15% of children have been registered with PICKids by their parents and guardians, and there are a total of 3.6 million children in Malaysia aged between 5 to 11 years old. Parents and guardians can register their child via MySejahtera and book their preferred vaccination center and time slots. The vaccinations are offered for free to all children in Malaysia, including citizens and non-citizens. He said PICKids is important to prevent children from multi-system inflammation syndrome in children, complications, long COVID, and death. According to the Ministry of Health, a total of 147,282 unvaccinated children aged 5 to 11 years old have been infected with COVID-19, and 26 deaths have been reported in the last 6 months. For children below 12, the Ministry of Health has provided conditional approval for Pfizer's Comirnaty 10 microgram concentrate for dispersion for injection. This is a different formulation used as it contains a lower mRNA concentration of 10 micrograms instead of 30 micrograms, and the injection volume is 0.2 milliliters instead of 0.3 milliliters. The Ministry of Health aims to vaccinate 70% of children aged 7 to 11 in schools within 2 months. It also aims to vaccinate 50% of total children, including 5-year-olds, in Malaysia with their first dose by the end of February 2022. For PICKids, children under 12 would be vaccinated with an 8-week interval instead of the usual 3-week interval for older individuals. If you want to read more about this, you can click on the link in the description below. Remember hearing about how driving schools will be suspended over bad student drivers? Well, according to Datuk Seri Ka Siong, the Transport Ministry did not have plans to do this. We added that proposed policies, such as those Zailani disclosed last month, must be evaluated using available evidence and weighed holistically before they could be introduced. He says that the ministry does not want to recklessly accuse any parties and blame them based only on assumptions or unsupported hypotheses. Until then, we said as ministry will continue advocacy on road safety and enforcement efforts to ensure compliance with traffic laws. Alright, that's it for me today. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to Soy Chow, follow our TikTok, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!